Welcome to a gameplay video at the Trailerpark paintball site in Vintrosa. It's 29 degrees with a little bit of wind, so it's a perfect hot day for some airsoft. For me, it was a new field and I was happily surprised by the overall feel of the players and the field itself. No bullshit, just a fun day with people that wanted to enjoy themselves while doing missions. While there were some familiar faces from Bergen and people I spoke to online, I just needed my Sunday pew-pew time after some very busy months. We got a lot of missions, but it was good that the organizers had the missions written down on the spawn, so if you got lost and you didn't know what you had to do, you could easily find the mission that you needed to do and get back on track like that. Right, somebody took their flag already?
Yeah, blå.
Yeah, blå. But for me, my first task was to get a little bit familiar with the map and where I could go best. The difference in terrain was interesting on this small field. You went from dense forest into an open terrain with a lot of obstacles. And it was mostly a way to get closer to your enemy if you put some suppressor fire down. Which is a very fun way of playing. 2 down. Clear.
Clear.
Blå.
Blå.
You will notice that the front of my rifle, the ICS Mars, is flashing and smoking, because I'm testing the E-Shooter Smoky Tracer in full daylight, and boy, it was fun to go into a forest and see all the branches light up in front of me, and I'm really curious how it looks from the front, and I can't wait to try this in a darker game. And tactical tulips are also present, and it's always fun to have those people around. They go for the objective and they just come to the game to have fun. But because this is a Sunday game and as soon as you get hit, you lose track of each other pretty fast. But that might also be my doing, because I might have a little bit too much energy and I just want to keep going. So while they're moving forward, I'm taking their flank and try to take the guys out that were trying to ambush the people that were moving forward. And I remember the first hit was very soft. And it's only in the video that I saw why it was soft, because there was a ricochet on the branch right in front of me, because you can see the BBs flying left of me, and then suddenly one hits the branch and is hitting my knee. Hit! Let's go back to respawn. And moving to the right side of the field, this is a completely different vibe to play in, from a dark forest where it's difficult to move in to a open obstacle movement location. Hit! And here you can really work together and try to protect each other's movement. And it's not easy because still there can people be hiding in the bushes, but at least you have a little bit more overview of the angles that you can take. So it was really nice gameplay together with a few people to push up our line up to the objective point where the domination box was in, right on the other side of the pond. And then when suddenly everything opens up and you're only 2-3 people, it's time to make choices and certainly not standing still. It's the first one that does the movement and the second one is trying to support the first one as good as possible and trying to find a safe space to take a breather and secure your sectors. One down on the right, one more on the left. Hit! And now that I know that this is one of our objectives, like a domination box, I go for it again and support the push as best as I can, by shooting and moving. And we have a fun little interaction, because we have control now over the objective and we're taking down the attackers from different angles. Two more! Middle! 3 containers!
Hello?
Covering!
Left.
Head! And I noticed that the enemy was open on their right flank because of the fire that we were giving on their left flank. So I decided to move to the other side, our left flank, and move into their unprotected side because they were focused on the people shooting at them. And suddenly one guy noticed me and started shooting at me. I couldn't go to my left because 1, there was a cover, and 2, the enemy was already in the forest on the other side of that cover, so there was not a lot of options left.
Head!
And we have a new mission to get a hostage out, and we need to use a stretcher to do it. We need to go to the other side of the field, and this was a new spot for me, so here I just follow the others. And the funny thing is, you can hear me say, I don't like this route, seconds before we get shot. And I was so stunned by how funny it was that I just didn't move anymore. I don't like this path.
I hate to go when it's open up.
Head!
But because it was so close to our spawn and we needed to get to that place, I wanted to get back as fast as possible and try to take out the enemies in the forest, which wasn't an easy thing to do.
Head! Hey, Johan! I tried to go around it. Head!
And each time I tried to find a different route through or around the dense forest. And when you were on the ground, you could see people moving very easily. But standing up and moving, it was very difficult to see or even move through the thick bushes. So the next move was going even wider on that right flank and trying to get into their flank and work my way up like that. And suddenly I saw an enemy on my right, but I was in the open, so I needed to go to cover, but then it was too close to start engaging. Luckily Johan was behind me, so I yelled for cover.
Johan! My right flank! Head!
But the enemy pushed up to me and took me out really nicely. But Johan didn't see that there were 2 people. He took one out, but the other one then started engaging on Johan.
That man!
So for the next try, I even go wider and deeper. And I will try to get into their backs and move up back to our line, which resulted in some really nice CQB with the tracer doing its thing. And at this point I am behind the enemy lines, or at least very close to them. And again, this is all new and I'm trying to orientate myself where I am. And I will keep the next part in completely because of how dynamic I needed to move to try to take out the enemies. And I do speak a little bit of Swedish, so I thought I was understanding what they were talking about on the other side of the barrel. I think they were discussing if I was eliminated or not. And I used the shooting and confusion to hide my footsteps and take out the lost enemies. And I am sorry for shooting the person on the hand, it was the only thing visible. and I couldn't see any enemies anymore, so I slowly moved up to the friendly lines, hoping that I will not get shot by friendlies. And then I saw what I thought it was a friendly, because he was aiming from the area that I was coming from.
Blue? Blue? Blå? Blå? Medic, blå!
But we still needed to go to the crash site for an objective, so I followed the tactical tulips here into the crash site.
Red. One red. On the other side. One red, that side. Our side, close, next to the buildings. On the left.
I'm trying to find that hiding red player I saw, but he got me first.
Hit!
So I go back to respawn, and I wanted to check the other domination box, and also the red team had an objective on the other side into the open obstacle field. So I go in to support that side.
Hit! Hit!
And then it was time for a break. It was a fun round, and I already was able to run around quite a lot. People are nice, missions are fun, so I'm looking forward for the next round. But that is for the next video. Now don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. But for now, have a great day, and I'll see you next week for a new video.